Hi everybody, welcome to another author interview at In-House Publishing, and today is a very special day. Today is the day that Daydream has come to life, and joining me is Jannah Smith, the author of this fantastic book. Hello Jannah.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, pretty excited.
Tell everybody what is Daydream.
It's an adult colouring in book that I have drawn all the pictures for.
It is indeed, all hand drawn.
Yeah. Freehand, no computer, no manipulation, freehand.
Now, I got to see the very first book once it arrived from overseas, and I was showing some people in here, and they were blown away by that fact, and the intricate detail that's in some of these illustrations. How long do they take you to do?
Usually a day or two. I draw them in A3 and shrink them down to A4 for the books, so they actually looked more detailed than they are.
Okay, what inspires you to do something like this?
Mainly it was myself being unwell and needing something to do to help myself feel better. I get my inspiration from all types of things in life, everywhere, everything I do. You've always been
in our conversations, we did the mentoring, so I spent a fair bit of time with you during that process, and you've always been very joyful in the way that you and Daniel live your life.
Yeah.
Okay, and Daniel's Jannah's husband, and we'll talk about him in a minute. But what I really liked about our conversations is when you got serious when you talked about creativity.
Yeah.
You really are passionate about that.
I am very passionate about creativity. I believe that everyone should have a creative outlet some way or another. I really like the idea of colouring in books because they help some people get that creativity. I find that this book is awesome and I love it because I am helping others as well, but it also helped me get better from my sickness, so I'm passionate about it. And
you got the best of both worlds when you do that, don't you? Because you know that it's very cathartic for yourself.
Yeah, that's it. And I feel because I have been unwell, I can promote it correctly because I'm helping people do what I tried to help myself do.
And it is very authentic where you come from in the marketing of this book, and that's again, and is another bonus.
Yeah.
So this is all the rage at the moment, okay? Colouring in books for adults is quite a popular thing, and you and I have made a few comments about that in the past, but why do you think that is? Why do you think they're so popular?
I think it might have a lot to do with adults trying to reclaim their childhood, and also finding things to do that are organic still, because we have so much technology and things around us today. It's nice to find something to do manually, colouring in pages, drawing, reading from a book. It's all very
cathartic.
Yeah, cathartic. I think that's why they're popular.
Well, there's a unique thing about Daydream. Daydream is hardcover, case bound. It opens portrait, which is rather unique in itself. And
that's the thick pages for extra creativity-ness.
That's right.
Yep.
So now I want to talk about Daniel. Now, I'm going to put, during this interview, we're going to see the clip we're talking about, but Daniel has been a very passionate advocate for you, hasn't he?
He has. He is very, very passionate about me.
He's a salesman from beyond in the way that he goes out and moves his box.
He would call himself God sent.
Yeah.
Actually, he does call himself God sent.
See, I was going to go down that road, but there's truth to that in the stories.
It's not true, but...
we joke about it in mentoring about, if I'm sitting at one side of the room and you're sitting at the other side of the room, and we both have your books on the table, I'd do well selling your book because I've had a lovely time, enjoyable time bringing this to life with you.
Yeah.
And naturally you're the creative, and you'd sit at the other end and you'd do very well because you created this project. But I think Daniel would kick our butts.
Yeah, he would. He would just let us die.
Now, when you got the proof copy though, what happened with Daniel?
I received it from Ocean. I drove all the way home up to North Sunshine Coast, And on that way, I decided to make a video when I got home. So I got home, I got Daniel all geared up, got the camera out, Daniel came out, and pretty much we started filming. Somehow Daniel ended up shaking the whole house and being on the ground. And it was a one-take wonder. I did not need to do another thing. And the funny thing about it was I knew if I put Daniel in front of a camera, he would do something that would make it viewable. And yeah,
very, very popular.
We
and
had just over 1,000 views from that video.
So let's go and take a quick break and check out what Jannah's actually talking about. Have a look at this. Now, obviously, we're not watching that right now, so otherwise we'd be in fits of laughter, which is quite a good thing, because I'll tell you what, I sat at home and just watched that over and over again for quite some time.
I think everyone did. I had emails, phone calls, text messages. It went off.
So, just to support Daniel's mental health, please buy a copy of Daydream.
Maybe his body too.
Okay, well, let's talk about the future of Daydream. What's the future in store for you and for this beautiful book?
I'd like to keep drawing, so I'd like to sell a lot of books so I can keep drawing.
Put out another version.
Yeah, I would really like to bring out more editions of my art, and also I'd like to get into selling them at markets and maybe traveling around using it as an excuse to have some fun. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun future.
I don't think that you need an excuse to have some fun.
I
One thing I've learned about working with you is fun seems to be paramount.
Yep.
And on that note, guys, if you guys want to get a copy of this beautiful hardcover case-bound book, gold embossed title, beautiful paper to get creative and work through your own cathartic way of being, there is the website behind us. It's also at the bottom of the screen, so make sure you go and get yourselves a copy. It's a phenomenal book. Very, very proud of it. Thank you for coming down, Jannah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Stay creative.
I like that. Cheers, guys.